I want to begin by I just have so much gratitude for you guys for doing the work that you do, and it's just amazing. A bit of my story is about 5 years ago, my partner committed suicide. And of course, the trauma of finding him laying in the bed with, he had done it with helium. And so the image I had was him in bed with the bag over his head tied to a helium tank. It's something that's haunted me even till today, well, to this retreat. So my first trip was with Madre Ayahuasca was to heal that trauma. And I made amazing steps. It was so beautiful. I've never felt so much love and bliss in my life. To be surrounded by other people that just unconditionally love and support. This was 5 years ago, and I had major breakthroughs, but coming back 5 years later to be with you guys, I was really resistant. In my head, my ego was telling me that I didn't need this, I'm fine, life is fine, I'm moving forward. So the story I tell myself is that I was doing it to bring a friend, because he was really wanting to do this. When it turns out, it was really for me. So, the way Madre Ayahuasca worked for me with that trauma was, it was the second night, as I went into the medicine, as soon as my mind's eye went to that image of my partner laying in the bed with that bag over his head. I mean, normally I cannot talk about this because it was just too horrific. But as this would happen through the ceremony, his face would pop up. And he would make these stupid faces at me and just make me laugh. I was just cracking up. I haven't laughed this hard for a long time. And it's wonderful to be able to laugh and to smile. And this went on for quite a while, and I would, in my mind, I was like, stop, this is enough. You know, I gotta stop laughing. And he was just relentless until that image wasn't so hard to face. It was no longer sad. And that was the other thing, is that vision would come into my mind, and he would go, no more sad. And it just filled my life with joy. He filled my memory with all these amazing things that we shared together, just good laughs and just funny times. And for me, it was so healing. And I didn't realize there was still that stuff way down deep that I needed to take care of. It was interesting through this being my second trip. I was kind of taken down memory lane several times, and my last ceremony was it's been so many years, the layers and layers of life had covered all of this that I pretty much, forgot about it. But we were 24 years old, and my dear friend John, he was a crazy guy, and we did a lot of crazy things together, and always pushing the edge of cliffs and speed and everything. And well, I got a call that, well, I was on a business trip in Korea, and I got a call from my office saying your friend died. Immediately I knew, so I said, John. And they like, how did you know? Did you already hear? And I said, no, I just knew. And I assumed it was his fault because of the way he rode his motorcycle. I mean, it's just ridiculous what he would do. And I figured life finally caught up to him, you know that. But it wasn't his fault at all. It turned out that it was a 17-year-old kid that was drunk out of his mind, driving through a residential area doing probably about 100 miles an hour in a truck. John was coasting through a stop sign, an intersection, and the kid ran the stop sign and smacked right into him. Snatched his life away. through the medicine, I could see all the things that this kid took from my friend. That he'll never fall in love. He'll never have a family. The pain that his family went through of losing their son at 24 years old. The funeral was huge. It was in a large church. There was nowhere to sit for people. There was people gathered around the chapel because he was such an amazing man. Well, through the trial for this kid, he was tried as an adult and sent to prison. And in the court, they had him stand up and asked him if he had anything to say, with John's family around and everything. And the kid was just smug. He was just a little shit. I mean, and for me, I was so angry about the thing that I said some things that I regret. One of them was, well, what happened was after he went to prison, he shortly died of cancer after. And in my anger, I remember saying, good, F you, go back to hell. And it's such a terrible thing for me to say or even feel, that I found through the medicine what I needed to do was find forgiveness for this kid. Even though he was gone, it's been such a long time ago, I know that my buddy on the other side has forgiven him. So why am I hanging on to so much? And I can't be more grateful for the shamans. When the little shaman guy come up to me and he sat up in front of me, it was just the most beautiful experience. I'll never forget it. It's just amazing. He sat in front of me with his legs crossed, singing to me, and it was something from my history that I'd always dreamed about after studying anthropology and film. I'd always dreamed about coming to the jungle and learning about healing, items of healing from the jungle. So to have that experience was priceless. The staff here have been absolutely amazing. You guys are amazing. I love you. And I gotta find some way to pay it forward. I really, however that looks, I wanna do what I can to assist the Shipibo, and however I can assist you guys. I just would be grateful to be able to pay that forward. Thanks.